Spanners here, just playing Space Engineers. It's been a while. Recently they released sorting blocks, which has been the first time in quite a while that I felt like coming into the game. Since I've been away, I've never really felt the requirement in quite a while to build a really big spaceship. So as sorters are in and I'm back in the game, I thought I'd have a look around and build something big again. So I pretty much cleared out all of my spare inventory and everything, and I've built this so far. I'm a little bit out of materials at the moment, hence the hauler here, because the hauler is currently feeding what's left of its cargo into the refinery system built into my new ship. Whoops. I love it when it saves. So basically this whole thing inside is a massive sorting system. Red containers are a cache from the loading bay, so things go in there if you know they need to be stored temporarily, and then they're fed through into a refinery system. Each one of the refineries are limited to what they can handle. So if we have a look in that one, this case is ingots only, interestingly. Oh no, sorry, that's the feed out. So any ingots are removed from the refinery into the refinery. In this case would be iron. So this refinery is kind of limited to running iron only, which it's doing, well, all the time. And that's feeding into the system. Any refined materials goes into the big green containers, which are sort of another cache for stuff. So if I go for storage inventories, then we can see there's the unloading bay cache. Ingot store, I have 4 for that, but there we go. So ingot store is slowly filling up, full of materials. Really low on gold, but thankfully I picked up quite a lot of that. So yeah, so there we go. So getting materials together, and that will allow me, hopefully, as I'll be mining for like most of today, that should give me enough to finish the ship. Now there are ingots and that lot go into the various, or are available for feed into the various assemblers, and then finished goods come from the assemblers into another sort of cache area. So this, well, that's ice, that's not a good example. Okay, so I'm out of tubes and girders at the moment. That's not good. Which is weird, because I could have sworn that I had some. Okay. Grid may not be working quite right. But yeah, okay. So hopefully when that's done, and I've refined a bit more, I'll assemble a load of plates and then I can build the front end of the ship. This, by the way, is why I'm kind of out of steel plates at the moment. I've built quite a large ship. There are an awful lot of large nuclear thingies in here because of the amount of tight edges that the system's running. As you can see, that takes a fair amount of juice, so you can imagine what's in those areas there. So if I take a little look, it's a little laggier in here than usual, but that's because well, you know, oops, I'm upside down. Okay, so if I take a look into one of the I suppose they're called nacelles, let's steal the Star Trek term, then we can see that it's pretty much home to all of the balancing system, the Titan engines, and a whole host of reactors which keeps the thing running. The black tubes are there to distribute fuel basically. And then there's a couple of guns on here to protect against meteorites. I've temporarily turned meteorites off in this game while I'm building, mainly because I have this terminal problem with magnesium up until today. I finally found a little meteor with a fair amount of magnesium in it, so I can build some ammo. So I'll be doing that a little later. These are the doors. I can't close them at the moment because my hauler's sat right in the way. But there's an inner door and an outer door. So there we go. So when that comes across, it literally, that touches that end without causing any damage. The whole thing runs on 2 set pistons. So piston and another piston at the top to stabilise, and they run at the same time. Currently I'm using 4 timers that are used to control the sequence for opening the door, and 4 used to control the sequence to close it. The landing gears here automatically engage and disengage according to those as well. Again, I can't really close it now because I'll mash my hauler. So, ignore me at the moment. I'll run another tutorial if anyone's interested on that. This is my usual mining ship. Sorting blocks again. Amazing, thank God they're finally here, because it means that I can just throw out all the stone. Before, stone was a pain in the bum. Which is why in the distance, if you look over here, you'll see this massive, great big pipeline coming out of my asteroid over here. And that's because I can now throw away rock. So that's what this does. This long little pipeline here shoots any rock that gets into the system straight out. This whole thing's running in gravity at the moment. I've extended the gravity field. I need to readjust it because this is one of the sites I'm using or collecting. The collectors work quite well. It's just 2 spherical generators which will cause us all ore to sort of string along those. And then a little generator is used, a gravity generator down here, very low setting, which, if you notice the way the string will work, the strings hover just above these 2 collectors. And this is in the middle, so ore will slowly sort of gravitate towards the middle of the, well, I suppose gravity well. And then that is used to pull them down very slightly, just within range of those. So basically, as I mine in here, I don't actually need to collect anything with my miner. It's pulled into a string, then pulled into there, and then it slowly fills up the various large containers over here. So I use this little mining machine here to just keep control over as I rip the asteroid or all the minerals out of this asteroid. And I'll slowly finish carving the entire interior of this out into one big area, and then I'll move my original base from wherever it is. I've kind of lost track a little bit. I'll have to have a look up the coordinates. I'll go back, strip the whole thing down, and move the whole thing here. Probably, because this seems like a good, nice new area. There's lots of materials around here. Hopefully enough to finish that beast off. And of course, one of the best things is, I'm not sure if you noticed in there, but there's a really big deposit of uranium and another huge deposit of uranium here, which seems to go quite far into the asteroid. And then we've got some ice and some other minerals. Basically, this cluster of asteroids here, really quite good for minerals, particularly iron. So I'll be in this area for quite a long time and harvesting everything into my large ship. So there we go. That's the end of this video clip. Sorry about my ums and ahs and everything. It's been a while since I've ran a video. If anyone wants to know anything about any of the stuff that's in here, like I don't know if anyone wants a blueprints or anything, let me know. Oh yep, somebody did ask about these. These are remote controlled drones, versions of my original fighter design. It's a little fighter design, nice throwaway little ships, relatively cheap to build apart from the reactors. And then I also had drone versions of them, which are using batteries. They were an experiment a long time ago that I never really finished, I found the blueprints again the other day, and I thought, oh, I know. So there we go. So these are just slightly... These are pilotless versions of these. Without uranium loss if they get blown up. And because there's a lot of less room taken up with pilot, then some of the systems can be sort of more closely integrated. Top speed, incidentally, of those is slower currently than these. But that's fine. And these are, to be fair, really quite easy to use. Pick up and fly around. They shift quite nicely because of the massive thrusters. Anyway, I shall go away, and there may be another video in the future. Sorry this is so laggy, by the way. It's been a while since I've recorded. Maybe I should lower the resolution if I'm going to start recording video. Alright, anyway, take care. Spanners out.